Hey, what's up, John? Quick demo video for you for your Aniflex. I'm laughing because this is probably, I don't know, 16th or 17th one I've done, but I don't remember doing one with the CFX, which is what this is installed with, right? So let's go over this guy. A few things are going on with it. One thing different about this than the rest of them that came to me is that you had already put on your grips. You had most of this put together. You had actually shaved down your blade retention screw as well. On your blade plug, you will need to shave probably about a ½ inch off that guy so it fits in here flush after it's all installed. Sticks out about a ½ inch, but that shouldn't be hard. Other than that, pretty standard, right? I did take this switch box off. I take the 2 screws out and I lop off about 2.5 threads, and then I take the screw for the Covertech and I lop off about 4 threads off there. I have to get those out of the blade or out of the handle chamber so that your chassis will fit. I've got your chassis right here. It's actually not in the Saber, but I'm going to show you how to get to that. It's a 2-button setup. So your top switch is your activation. Your bottom switch, that's your auxiliary. You've got CCSabers LEDs in there for your main pixel or your main PCB. And then to get to your chassis when it's in the Saber, you just want to unscrew this guy right here. I will give you a small tool to help you take this end cap on and off. It just makes things a little bit easier when you're tightening it up, and then also when you got to loosen it to take it out. But you'll take this out. I don't know if you'll be able to see that in there too good, so I'm going to take this off one time to show you, but you don't need to take it off. You probably won't need to take it off at all after this. I just want to show you what it looks like. I'm using Smuggler's Outpost 14-pin pixel switch PCB set so that you can have removable chassis. And you've got your 14 pins right here. So that stays in there. Everything's good to go, and then this handle stays locked in. I do not recommend putting the chassis in this way and then screwing it down. You put a side load on these pins when you're spinning like that, and you want to try to stay away from that when you can, because these pins are meant to take everything from full frontal, right? So the springs engage and you're not just stressing the pins from side to side. So that's why I don't recommend that. Let's screw this back on real quick. We'll just go ahead and leave this guy on. Lock it down. And then when you take the pommel off, your chassis will be in here like this. You'll see your speaker. So you just take your hand, cup it, and go like that. It pops out and you can pull it out just like this. And then what you've got here is your chassis, right? So you got a removable battery system, spring side your negative. You've got your CFX right here. If you can see that, I don't know if it'll pick up good on camera, but you do have easy access to your SD card. So you can take your SD card in and out and not ever move the board. The board is a press fit down in though, so if you wanted to use the micro USB, you could pop the board up. Just know it's extremely tight fit, and I make these on purpose. That way you don't have to put tape on it. You know, although there is a divot in the chassis for tape in the future in case you ever need it. Just trying to think ahead a little bit. But for all intents and purposes, this guy's pretty, it's pretty locked down. So that's what you got. You got a 28mm Smuggler's Outpost Elite speaker back here. And then the other female half of the switch pixel set stays on this side of the chassis. So let's throw a battery in.
How many times I told you?
So once you get your battery in, you could put this in anyway. I mean, you can put it in facing up or twist it like this. Just slide it in just like that. And then take your pommel and screw it on. Just go as much as you can with your fingers. You got to catch the threads first. There we go. Go as much as you can with your fingers until it starts to get tight on you. And then use this nifty little tool that I'm going to put in your box, and it just helps you crank down. You want to crank down on this until all those pins are engaged up front, right? And then you can come over here and hit activation. Nice smooth swing. Auxiliary. And then turn it off just like that. we'll get right into throwing a blade in here. It takes a 7/8 inch NeoPixel blade. So I'm going to throw my test blade in here. I commend you on how far you shaved your blade retention, because I don't I don't shave it that close in fear of not of cutting it too much, but you did it just right. So that was really cool to see. So now we got the blade in.
Spectrum.
You can stop on a blue. Now, if you didn't know how I did that, you turn the blade on, hold down your auxiliary and twist your wrist.
Spectrum.
You'll hear that. Now you can literally just twist the hilt and find any color you want. And then when you find something that you like this, just tap a button or just tap the auxiliary button. You'll hear that sound. So now it will, it's going to remember that color. Now with CFX though, as soon as you take the battery out, the blade color will revert back to what it was programmed to be. All right. Now this is a fairly solid blade. If you wanted to mess with some different blade styles, hold down your aux again and twist your wrist, but then this time keep the button held down.
Spectrum.
Keep holding it.
Blade profiles.
Blade profiles. Now again, you can twist this hilt. I don't know how well it's going to pick up on camera, but it is going through some different blade effects every time you hear it click. Like that. There's a bunch of them on here to choose from. And then when you find one you like, just tap a button again. So now we've got that color and we've got more of a stable blade. Good flash on clash. Tapping it for blaster deflex, which on a full length blade you'll see it randomly on your blade. And then hold down for blade lockup. And then when you want to change sound fonts, hold down the auxiliary.
Sound bank selection.
Now we can go up or down with the buttons. That's my secret Britney CFX sound font. That's for you at home.
Crystal focus.
So if we want to stop here, we'll hold a button down. Now we're on that crystal focus. I've done so many profis. I tried to twist that off. Well, you don't have twist off here, but we'll go to another one.
Sound bank selection. Crystal focus.
Nebula.
And then we'll hold down the button.
Focus path temperature critical.
So what that focus path temperature critical means, I need to go into your SD card, and I'll do that right after this demo, and bump up your, I'll just bump up your temp. I had forgotten to do that right before I made this video. So I'll do that, no big deal. It takes about 5 seconds.
Focus path temperature critical.
Just like that. We'll take the blade out. So everything's working exactly like it should. Let me set this off to the side and we'll tighten this back down. And then now we'll just go over taking the battery back out, right? So just use that tool again that I'm going to send you. Come in here and give this pommel a couple twists. 2 or 3 is all you need, and then it's pretty much loose and you can do it with your fingers. Take this off. Again, you'll see your speaker right here. Just cup your hand and go like that. And your chassis will fall right out there, and you can just take it right out like this. And then we'll come in here from the positive side, which is by the speaker. Pop it out with your finger just like that. So yeah, that is your Saber. I'm going to leave this out so I can change that temperature real quick. If you got any questions for me, please let me know. Otherwise, I will get this out in the mail to you tomorrow. All right, thanks.